borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. She would suddenly be one way and then she would become very animated.
You went to Mr. Depp's home for dinner and drinks before you were hired as an expert in this case, correct?
That's not quite right. I was interviewed at Mr. Depp's home by his legal team. Dinner was served.
Johnny Depp's lawyer has slammed Amber Heard for hiding her personality disorder. We all knew Amber Heard to be abusive and manipulative, but we didn't realize she had multiple mental health conditions and was so adept at hiding them for the world.
Well, it's kind of hard to say.
This was recently revealed by an expert in intimate partner violence called to give evidence in Johnny Depp's defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard. She testified that her evaluation of the actor revealed 2 psychiatric diagnoses: borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. This came as a shock to many in the courtroom and outside, and Mr. Depp's lawyers used this information to their advantage by grilling Amber Heard for hiding this fact from everyone. But how did all of this go down, and what impact will it have on the case ahead? Let's find out in this video. A forensic psychologist testified Tuesday that actor Amber Heard suffers from a borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder, as the civil lawsuit between her and ex-husband Johnny Depp continues to wallow in the couple's personal issues. The psychologist Shannon Curry was hired by Depp's legal team. She reached her diagnosis during 12 hours of interviews with Heard, as well as from reviewing her mental health records. Curry also testified that Heard does not suffer post-traumatic stress disorder from her relationship with Depp, as Heard has claimed. Depp's team hopes Curry's testimony bolsters their contention that Heard was the aggressor in the couple's troubled relationship. Depp just concluded 4 days on the witness stand and testified about Heard's need for conflict and her tendency to hound and pursue him during arguments when he tried to walk away and disengage. The 2 personality disorders are similar, Curry said. Borderline personality is a disease of instability, she said, driven by underlying fear of abandonment. She said people with the disorder will make desperate attempts to prevent that from happening. Evidence introduced earlier at the trial includes audio clips of Heard begging Depp not to leave and to stay with her after he indicated a desire to break up or separate. She also said that borderline personality disorder seems to be a predictive factor for women who implement violence against their partner. Depp has said he is the one who was the victim of domestic violence, and that Heard hit him on multiple occasions and threw items like paint cans and vodka bottles at him. Histrionic personality disorder, Curry said, is associated with drama and shallowness and a need to be the center of attention. She said there's a correlation in the disorder with people who are physically attractive and utilize their looks to get that attention. Dr. Curry also pointed out that symptoms of the disorders include taking on the personality of loved ones and dressing like them, days after Heard was accused of copying her ex-husband's courtroom outfits. Exes Heard, 35, and Depp, 58, who tied the knot in 2015 and were married for 1 year before Heard filed for divorce in 2016, have been battling it out in court in recent weeks. The trial, which is still underway in Virginia, is attempting to determine if a 2018 Washington Post essay written by Heard, in which she accused the actor of domestic abuse, defamed Depp. Last week, many social media users accused Heard of purposely picking out clothes for the $100 million defamation trial that looked similar to ensembles that Depp previously wore in an attempt to play mind games on him. This user took to Twitter to write, "So Amber Heard isn't intentionally copying and mirroring Johnny's outfits. It's a mind game, which narcissists love to play, especially if it was given as a gift from their victim." Amber Heard copying Johnny Depp's outfits and hairstyles every day in court is really creepy. Of course, it took her 8 days to realize she needed glasses to be able to read evidence. Added another. This wasn't all. Another angry social media user said the following: Amber Heard copying Johnny Depp's outfits is literally a form of manipulation and control that is extremely common by abusers. If this isn't a sign that she planned this all along, then I don't know what is. Now, a clinical psychologist has given a possible explanation as to why she might be attempting to dress like her ex-husband, and the doctor claimed that it's most likely because Heard suffers from borderline personality disorder. Clinical and forensic psychologist Dr. Shannon Curry, who was called to the stand by Depp's legal team on Tuesday, explained that people with BPD often have identity issues, which results in them dressing like the people they want to be around. They take on the personality of the people they want to be around, the way they dress, interest, the way they talk, explained Dr. Curry to the jury. On their first day of the trial on April 11th, Depp was seen wearing a Gucci tie, which had a bumblebee on it. And 2 days later, on April 13, Heard spotted a very similar tie, which also had a bee on it. People also pointed out that Depp donned a gray suit for the first day of the trial, and Heard was then seen wearing pants and shirt combo of the same color to the courthouse on April 12. Then, on April 18, Depp showed up to court with his long hair pulled back into a ponytail. The next day, on April 19, Heard had her long locks styled in a similar way, and many people thought it was not a coincidence. He has also worn glasses during many days of the trial, and Heard was seen using a pair that looked just like his on April 21. Depp has continuously denied Heard's allegations against him and is seeking at least $50 million in compensatory damages and punitive award of at least $350,000, along with attorney's fees and court costs. The clinical and forensic psychologist told the court that she concluded Heard had traits consistent with BPD as well as HPD, two conditions found in people with patterns of emotional instability and attention-seeking behavior. While conducting her evaluation, Curry explained she reviewed various case materials, including Heard's medical records, mental health treatment records, court exhibits, witness statements, and audio and video recordings. She also met with the Aquaman star for several hours over the course of 2 separate days in December 2021, before finally coming to a diagnosis. She concluded that Heard's grossly exaggerated her post-traumatic stress disorder after her relationship with Depp ended. Dr. Curry noted that Heard's BPD was marked by an underlying terror of abandonment, and added that somebody with the condition often tends to make desperate attempts to stop it from happening. This could be very extreme behaviors, she added. Curry also said that as a result of these disorders, somebody like Heard could appear charming at the start of a friendship or relationship, but that they could then turn dark easily. You'll see relationships start very intensely, extremely close, she said. This might be their perfect soulmate, and initially everything seems great, but reality sets in. People are not perfect. Most of us accept people as a whole, but with a person with BPD, things are in these extremes. That person goes from being idolized to dumpster. They are totally devalued. They're the worst. Then there will be a repair because the person with this disorder does feel remorse. Curry stated that somebody with BPD is usually very interested in looks and utilizes their looks to get the respect they're looking for. Curry called Heard a sophisticated and calculated case of BPD, adding that from her analysis, Heard seemed like somebody who would hit you where it hurts and that she could be very destructive. Meanwhile, the hallmarks of HPD, Dr. Curry explained, include an overly dramatic presentation and quick shifts between emotions, such as going from animated to sad very quickly. Those with HPD have a hypersensitivity to being slighted and could melt down in the middle of a restaurant if somebody showed up 2 minutes later, Curry said. She added, they will make a lot of accusations, reactivity, a lot of escalation. They can react aggressively, physically prevent partners from trying to leave. Often they will be abusive to their partners, sometimes physically restrain them. She stated that people with HPD, such as Heard, live a life marked by drama and shallowness, adding that the underlying drive is to always be the center of attention, and without it, a person with HPD would feel pretty empty. Dr. Curry testified that she was initially hired early last year to review files in the legal battle between the two feuding exes and identify behavior in their relationship that may be consistent with intimate partner violence. People all over social media fell in love with Dr. Curry and the way she carried herself in the court, single-handedly grilling the entire defense team. A user tweeted, "Dr. Curry proving the truth can be bullied by a lawyer." On the objective scale of trauma, there is a malingering scale, and Amber Heard was in the 98th percentile, meaning she had engaged in heavy dishonesty and gross exaggeration. I love how Amber's lawyer is flabbergasted that she can't make Dr. Shannon Curry crack. I love this psychologist. She is so formal and takes no shit, wrote another. That's it from our side. Now we want to know what you feel regarding the ongoing trial. Will the diagnosis of Amber having personality disorders lead to Johnny winning the case? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.